Hi, everyone. I'm Michelle, Product Marketing Manager, and over there, I think Sarah,
Hi.
depending on where she is on the screen, um, is our R&D guru, as I like to say, but really our R&D product manager and key in the implementation of this product. So we're so excited to be showing you our new baby today, Pump and Style with Max Flow. And we're both at home, as you can notice, so excuse the background. There may be some noises or unexpected guests, but we're here to focus on you and the product. So this has been many years in the making. Sarah's been on the team a lot longer than I have, so she can tell you a little bit more about that as we're talking through the product. But we have a lot to cover today, including what led to the design of the pump, the features and benefits. But before we get started, I just want to remind you to ask questions in the chat. I will be monitoring it and watching and addressing as many questions as possible while Sarah's going over the product. But many of you moms might be familiar with our old Pump and Style, which Sarah's showing you. We've completely overhauled this product. It wasn't just a facelift, it was a complete makeover inside and out when you think about it. And it's now more sleek and modern and updated. But that isn't all, and we'll talk to you about that later. But what I want to talk to you about real quickly before Sarah gets into the specifics about the pump is that when we designed this pump, we talked to moms, we talked to you guys, we asked you, what did you care about? Or what do you most care about in a pump? Because we know, this experience can be physically and emotionally, you know, draining on you or, successful or challenging. And so we wanted to make sure that we took all of that feedback. And what we heard from you guys is that you wanted more milk, you wanted something more convenient, you wanted something that was comfortable and easy to use. So when we designed this pump, we really focused on four key attributes during the R&D phase. And that was performance, ease of use, comfort, and reassurance. So, Sarah, I'm going to pass it off to you to talk about how did we focus on performance?
Yes, thank you, Michelle. Hello, everyone. I see the chat going crazy over there. I love it. I am so excited to be here to talk to you today about our little pump baby here, the Pump and Style with Max Flow. So if we first focus on performance, this is by far my most favorite pillar of the design goals to talk about because this pump is a champ. It's amazing. And I wanted to start by saying, what really drove the inspiration behind the innovation that's inside of this product. And it actually didn't come from the breastfeeding or breast pumping world, surprisingly. We actually took a step back and looked at other industries that use technology to treat human anatomy that has similar anatomy to the human breast and really get a look at how they're using different technologies and see if we could use it in a new and exciting way. And what I'm referring to specifically is the human lung. So you may or may not know the human lung, and specifically the alveoli structure inside of the lung, is very similar to that of the human breast, which is interesting all on its own, right? But we also know from our experience in the NICU and working with researchers such as University of Western Australia, that babies that are born with premature lung function can actually be treated using ventilators with this oscillatory vibration. And what that does is it helps move the air in and out more effectively to the lung. So because we know that the lung structure is so similar to the breast structure, we thought, could we do something similar inside of a breast pump and that more effectively removes breast milk? And the answer is yes, you can. And that's what's inside of Pump and Style with Max Flow. So when we say Max Flow, what we're referring to is these micro vibrations that the motor inside of here is actually applying to the breast as vacuum is being applied. So you can actually feel it, you can hear it. And the feedback that we're hearing from moms who are using this currently, improved milk output, shorter pumping times, and overall improved comfort when pumping. These are all huge improvements from our existing Pump and Cell Advance. And in line with the new MaxFlow technology, we also combine that with our two-phase expression technology, which for you new moms out there, that is a technology that's pretty common across all of our double electric pumps. But what it does is there's a stimulation phase that's a quick kind of suckling phase that mimics what a baby's doing, and then it's followed by an expression phase, which is where the milk is actually removed from the breast. So that combined with our MaxFlow technology makes this product just a champ.
So that's awesome. Thank you, Sarah, for covering, the background and the research behind the performance piece, because it really speaks to our, the core of Medela and how, we didn't just stop at the breast. We looked at more anatomy than, just kind of what we're focused on with the product. So can you kind of go into a little bit more about MaxFlow technology and how that might feel, and because we have a lot of probably second-time moms, third-time, who are experienced in pumping, and they know and are used to a different kind of feel. So let's talk about that.
Absolutely. So Pump and Cell Advance, for those that are familiar or not, that product actually applies a smooth, constant vacuum. So when it's pulling vacuum, it's this nice, smooth curve, and then it releases. With Pump and Cell with MaxFlow, we actually, I mentioned you can feel those vibrations, but when you look at what the vacuum's actually doing, as the vacuum's applying, there's these little pulses along the curve, and you can actually feel those pulses at the breast. And we've heard it described as a massaging type feel. The best way that I can describe it, that is something that everyone can relate to, is that of a purring kitten. So a kitten purrs, you can hear it, but if you pet the kitten, you can actually feel it, right? So it's the same kind of concept going on with this product, where you can actually feel it at the breast. And what that's doing is it's adding to the comfort that you feel during your pumping session.
So speaking of comfort, let's talk a little bit more about that, because that was another key attribute that we focused on. So let's talk about what fed into comfort outside of just that physical feel of the micro vibrations.
Absolutely. So I've got a little table with all my parts down here. If I switch from the pump now to the kits or the connector piece. So this is the part that you actually apply to your breast while pumping, and specifically related to comfort. I'm not going to cover this part quite yet. We're going to get into that in a minute. But if you take a look at these shields are different than what our current Pump and Cell comes with today. So I actually have one of those.
I'll hold it up while you're...
Yeah, so we'll do a side-by-side comparison. This is our old Personal Fit standard shield. This is our new Personal Fit oval shield. You guys, these shields are amazing. So the reason why these are adding so much to comfort is really based on this angle. I'm trying to show you as best I can here. This angle in here is actually 105 degrees versus our current shield, which Michelle is holding up, which is 90 degrees. And as you can imagine, this slightly bigger angle actually contours the real breast anatomy much better than a 90 degree. So in the old shield, you're kind of squishing yourself in to get in the right position. These ones are a much more natural fit, and that feeds into your comfort. So if you're more comfortable, this is fitting against your body better. You're not pushing on any milk ducts in a negative way that could impact your milk output. So these shields, amazing. And this little flexible rim here also adds to the comfort. Again, it's just kind of contouring to your natural shape.
And for you moms who are pump and style advanced, I guess moms who've used it before, you will notice a huge difference between these two shields, because it is so much more comfortable. We've done a ton of testing with moms, and I think what was the percentage, Sarah? Do you remember how many moms? I think 90% of moms said
something in that range. Yes.
Yeah, they said they preferred this shield over others. Let's talk about...
before we move on, Michelle, actually, I forgot to mention the most important part of this. Because this adds so much to your comfort while pumping, we've actually done a ton of research on what that means in terms of milk output.
This is where I was going.
11.8% more milk just by using this shield alone. Amazing, you guys. That's the goal, right? To get more milk out.
Yeah, and that's what you mom said you wanted with a pump. So that was one of the ways that we helped deliver that. So I have a lot of questions coming in. I know there's a lot of questions, and I'm just going to kind of jump in because I don't want to keep you guys waiting. I know Sarah's or Amanda's addressing some of them, but a lot of you asking if this pump will be available through your insurance, which a lot of moms, you're purchasing it through insurance or retail. So it will be available through our key partners that we work with. What I recommend you doing is you can visit our website, and if you visit the product page, you'll see a link to check if it's available through your insurance provider, or it will take you to one of our preferred providers like Aeroflow, who is taking pre-orders that will start shipping September 10th. So you can also call your insurance and find out if it is covered, or it's available through Amazon, Target.com, Walmart.com, BuyBuyBaby.com, other major retailers. So if you go to our website, it will direct you to where you need to go. And it's also available as an upgraded version as well through some insurance providers through our partners. So I hope that helps answer some of those questions, because I know that's a burning one as you guys want to go out and purchase it right away. And I highly recommend doing that pre-order, especially if you're expecting soon. So one, Jennifer asked, do the comfort shields come in different sizes?
They do. They come in all of our standard sizes. So we have 21, 24, 27, and 30 millimeter shields. All of our old shields are also available as well, which we do offer a 36 millimeter in that size. And as far as Pump and Style with Max Flow, retail version, it comes with two different shield sizes, 221s and 224s. If you do get your pump through insurance, it comes with 224 shields.
Yeah, and it will come with the Personal Fit Plus shields, which don't have the soft rim around them, but you can always upgrade to the other version. And one question I saw was the price. Sorry, I left that out, guys. The suggested retail price is $249, but you might find it on sale at some retailers for $199.99. So just keep an eye out for that, and we'll go over some of the other components that are included in the different versions as we kind of get further on with going through the demo. So let's, we talked about comfort, we talked about performance, we talked about comfort. Let's talk about ease of use, because moms are multitasking. They don't want something that's hard to use or difficult. So let's talk about how we alleviated that for mom.
Yeah, so as Michelle pointed out before, Pump and Style's been in the market for a very long time. You guys know this, just under 25 years actually, so a quarter century old. And what we have learned in that time by listening to you guys, watching you guys pump, watching how you interact with the product, Pump and Style moms value simplicity. Simple, right? So we took that idea kept that in mind in every aspect of this design, both internal and on the outside. So if we start with the pump, and we take a look at the outside, I'll put it up to my camera a little closer for you guys. You can see this is what we call the user interface, or the part of the pump that you will actually be touching and interacting with. And you can see there are 4 buttons. That's it. 4 buttons. Simple, right? All of the controls, everything are built into this product. So it's kind of like a set it and forget it kind of product. You turn it on, get to your vacuum, and you're in cruise control. So if I hold this up a little bit closer again, I know the video is not the greatest, but we have an on-off button, a plus or a minus button to go up or down in your vacuum, and a let-down button, which allows you to switch between the stimulation and the expression phase.
So Jennifer says breast pumps really stress me out. So I hope by us making this a lot easier, it doesn't. And Jacqueline, you asked, how do I know what size shield to get? We have a lot of resources on our website about shield sizing. I really recommend going on there and looking at some of the pieces and videos and resources that we have, because that will help you get fitted for what size that you need. There's a lot of instructional information on there. So you talked about the interface. Let's talk about, how do you interact with it?
Yeah, so before we go into generally how you would turn this on, I also wanted to point out this opening here. So that is actually the tube port location. I'm going to try and do this standing up here, you guys. So for those that know Pump and Style Advanced, today, 2 tubes, right? two components, two things that get tangled up, a mess of parts. It's really not easy or convenient to use. New pump and cell with max flow, single tube port connection. So I'll hold up my tube bean here. Single tube port, easy. You could see I'm, juggling parts here. One-handed connection. It connects very easily. And even though we only have one tube location, this tube, because of this Y connector piece, still allows you to single or double pump. And the way that you do that is by, if you want a single pump, you connect your open end of the tubing into the middle there, and now you're single pumping. So we didn't take any functionality away from you. All we did is reduce the number of components you have to carry with you, and made it a little bit easier for you to set up and get pumping. Now, if we go back to the pump, you get your tubing set up, and we'll cover the kit in just a second here. The way that this operates, let me turn it the right side here. You turn it on, it will automatically start in stimulation phase at a vacuum that we know from research is actually effective at removing milk. So if you choose to do nothing else, if you choose to not push any other buttons, you'll still be effective at removing milk. But what you should do is go up or down in your vacuum depending on your comfort. So each mom is different. Each individual is different between sessions. I can relate. I mean, we're both pumping moms previously, so we know how it goes. So in stimulation and expression, you can adjust your vacuum up or down to your comfort level. And then after 1 minute, the pump will actually automatically switch from stimulation to expression. And that 1 minute difference is actually also based on research that we've done where we know moms typically have a milk ejection or a milk letdown within that time period. But if you haven't quite have your letdown yet, you can push this letdown button and it will push you back into stimulation until you start to see milk flowing. And you can continue to toggle back and forth between the two phases as you pump just using this button.
Perfect. So I'm going through the questions. Yeah. There's a lot coming
I know
through.
That chat's going like crazy, you guys.
I know. I'm trying to catch all of them. So
I love it.
Courtney, you asked where you can see it in person. There's a lot of Target stores that have it on display in their normal set. So check out your local Target to see if you can see it there. You may not be able to spot it because it's so small and lightweight, but it's there. And Leah asked about the battery pack and if it's rechargeable. A lot of people are asking. So it's not rechargeable like our Freestyle Flex product, if you're familiar with that, but it does come with a battery pack. Do you have that with you, Sarah, that you can hold it up?
I do, yeah.
And so that's what it looks like. It holds 8 AA batteries, and you can use that if you're going from work to home, or if you're not close to an outlet. That's always a great option as well. So portability, someone asked about that. It's 1.18 pounds.
Exactly.
So
good.
Super lightweight. Our previous one, if I find it,
it's actually half the weight of this one. To give you a point of reference.
So completely different. So lightweight. You can put it in your lap. You can set it on the table next to you. It's really great.
And you bring up a good point, Michelle. This product, I know I keep setting it upright like this, but you don't have to keep it that way. So you can lay it down on its side. You can put it in your lap, whatever's more convenient and comfortable for you. So we wanted to make sure you could put the pump wherever you need to while pumping.
So then what's some other one? So someone asked about cleaning. So that is part of ease of use. Let's talk about cleaning and how there's less parts.
Yeah, so if we take a look at the kit, very, very different from our current kit, right, guys? Much improved. So if I actually remove this here, this kit connector piece, 2 pieces, you guys. That's it. The little white membrane, bye-bye. That's gone. You won't have to worry about losing that down your drain anymore, tearing it, ripping it. It's gone. So this kit piece actually, 2 parts, as I mentioned. So we have the connector body with the cap, which is 1 piece, and then the membrane here. And the little white membrane I mentioned is replaced by this guy here. So 2 pieces. That's it. This kit was designed for ease of assembly, minimum number of parts to put together, but more importantly, the cleaning. So you can see these nice, big, wide openings that you can easily get a bottle brush or a washcloth in. Absolutely designed with cleaning in mind. Again, to make your guys' life much easier, as much as we could anyway.
And you can put it in the dishwasher. It's dishwasher safe. You can use our sterilization bags with it as well. So those are some other little tidbits. People are
Ah,
asking.
also should mention Michelle's
Yeah.
most favorite part, the bottle
Yeah.
stand.
And that's in
So
our retail version.
yes, these are amazing, you guys. There is nothing worse than tipping your bottle over and spilling milk. It makes me want to tear up just thinking about it. So these things, lifesaver. Pops right on, and there you go.
So such a lifesaver. I did not know those existed before I worked at Medela, and I wish I had because I had my bottles connected to the tubes while trying to put it on the nightstand and holding still, and it
It's
was
awful.
it was a struggle. Yeah.
Yeah.
um so we were talking about cleaning and you touched on the membrane, which
Yeah.
feeds into reassurance because people are asking about whether or not it's a closed system. So
Good
unveil the closed
question,
system.
you guys. You guys know what you're talking about. So, this kit, I am so excited to say we can officially call Pump and Style a closed system at the kit. And what that means for those not familiar with the terminology, closed system is where you put an actual physical barrier, which we're doing with this piece here, this membrane, that prevents the milk entering the system from getting into the tubing and down into your pump. This is huge. You guys have been asking for this for years. It is so important. I am so excited that we can finally say this about Pump and Style. It is 100% a closed system at the kit. And really, that's just to, again, reassurance, that pillar of reassurance, wanting to give you a peace of mind that milk will not be getting into your tubing and going into your pump.
So big news. That's a great added new feature that we were able to give you moms because we know it's important. One question that Sarah has asked is the new connector compatible with the old? And this is super important for you moms who are previous Pump and Style moms and now potentially moving over to new Pump and Style because um, they're not interchangeable and compatible. So Sarah, can you talk us through that and show
I
us both side
can,
by side?
yeah. So I've got one of our old connectors here and our new one. So again, extremely different, crazy different, you guys. But what Michelle said is absolutely correct. You do not, if there's one thing you take away from this whole conversation, this is it. You do not want to use this connector with your new Pump and Style with Max Flow. And the reason is by trying to connect this or hack it into your system, what you're doing is you're removing that closed system element. So this connector does not offer you a closed system, and you could get milk down into your tubing and into your pump. And we know what an investment is. It is to buy a breast pump or get one through insurance, and it's important for you and your baby. So we want to make sure that you're not jeopardizing that in any way. So do not use these connectors. The system was designed with this connector in mind. So performance-wise, reassurance-wise, this is the connector you want to use to make sure you get that closed system and really that peak vacuum that you're looking for.
And even though those two parts aren't interchangeable, you can use your existing shields if you prefer those. So those will work with the new connector. And then you can also use the other bottles. They're the same as well. So I'm just looking at some of the questions because they're all coming in fast, guys. This is great. Let's talk about some of, does insurance cover the Pump and Style or is that only retail? Check with your insurance provider to see what they cover, but we have a lot of key partners that will offer the Pump and Style as an option for you. So it's always great to just check, but it is an option through insurance, depending on your insurance. How long does the battery pack last?
Yeah, so the battery pack will last typically about 3 hours of time before the batteries need to be replaced.
And that has no effect on performance of the pump either,
Nope.
whether you're plugged into the wall or using the battery pack.
Nope, it'll maintain that vacuum level for you the entire time.
Yeah. And then a lot of people are asking about noise level. So this is, you explained earlier, it's a different type of noise, especially if some of you moms are used to previous pump and style. Do you want to address that
Mm-hmm.
for them?
Yeah, absolutely. So, what I can say is this product is not our quietest product on the market. If sound or noise level is really important to you, if you need to be a little more discreet, I would recommend looking at our Freestyle Flex or our Sonata pumps. Those were actually designed with minimizing sound as much as possible. But this product is quieter than the existing Pump and Style Advanced. And it is absolutely a different sound quality. I know I love watching those videos on Facebook or YouTube of moms mimicking their Pump and Style, you know, all of those. This has a very different sound quality. So again, kind of that I mentioned the purring kitten, it really has that kind of sound quality to it where you can hear the vibrations. But again, it is not our quietest, but it is quieter than our current Pump and Style Advanced.
So Maria asked, does it always include the bag? So you probably noticed behind me, Sarah, I don't know if you have yours too.
I do. I love this bag. It's amazing.
Yeah. So the bag is great. It's so different from where we were before. And we always say it's, it's more stylish. It doesn't look like you have a pump in there. And it has more of an athleisure wear-esque to it. And the shoulder strap is adjustable, so you could wear it crossbody if you want. And then do you want to open it up and kind of show all that room inside?
So I don't have it all in there. I only have the cooler bag in here, but you guys can kind of see it's got this really fun pattern on the inside too. Just a little, something fun to look forward to when you're opening your bag. But this bag was actually a whole design project all on its own. So, working, pumping moms here, we know you don't have enough hands. You're already carrying so many bags, especially when you have a new little baby in tow. So we wanted to make sure that this had way more than enough room for all of your pumping needs, and then some. Stick some water in there, your wallet, whatever it is that you need to take with you on the go. But there's also, I know again, kind of hard to see, but there's several different pockets inside. We've got this outside pocket, and again, the strap, as Michelle mentioned, you can expand this a lot, so you can do crossbody or just throw it over your shoulder.
And people are asking, where can you get the bag? What's it included with? So if you visit one of our retail partners, this will be included in that version. So it comes with the bag, it comes with the cooler with the cooling element and 4 bottles, so they easily store in there if you're familiar with our previous cooler. So those, the pump also, that all fits into that bag, which if you think about it, all of those parts, they fit nicely along with some more. There you go.
Cooler.
So bag, pump, tubing, 2 sizes of brush shields, the cooler cooling element, the 4 bottles, the power adapter, the battery adapter. What am I missing? The 2 bottle stands. So that's all in the retail version. And then in the insurance kit, depending on, if your insurance covers it, you'll get the pump, the tubing, the connectors, 1 size of shields, which are the Personal Fit Plus shields. And then, what am I missing? The power adapter, the battery pack. I think that's everything.
I think you got it all.
Yeah, but then you'll also have the option to upgrade to the retail version. So again, talk to whoever you decide to go with through insurance, and they can give you those options and prices for what it is for the upgrade. But the bag isn't available on its own as of right now, but there's a lot of good feedback on that. So maybe that's something we consider. So
we should also mention the colors. Beautiful, right? And it actually, again, a design project on its own. We added the gray elements to the pump and tied it in nicely with the bag. So it's a really nice, complete system for you.
You guys thought of everything when designing it. So this will come with our standard warranty, as our previous pumps do. So all that information can be found on our website. If you have any questions about that, we have a great customer service team. We train them. They're very educated on all of our products. We talk to them every day.
Oh, they're
So
amazing, you guys. Any question you have, please give them a call. They're awesome.
yeah, they'll help you with any sort of issues you might have or help walk you through things. Really, they are great. And our website, again, has a lot of resources as well. So I'm just kind of looking if everyone's going on about the bag. Which retailers will carry this? So Amazon, Target, Target.com, Walmart.com, BuyBuyBaby.com, and you'll also see it in their stores as well as they reach that point. But you can always go to our website, go to the Pump and Style with Max Flow product page, and it will direct you to all the different retailers in your area that have the product available. So someone's asked about replacement parts, and this is a great question because making sure that you purchase the right replacement parts are very important to make sure that you don't cause any damage to your pump, because you want to make sure that you use authentic Medela parts. So we always recommend going to our website. You can get the connectors, the tubing, you can get more information on there, and then it will direct you to different retailers to buy those parts. But make sure they're authentic Medela parts, because there's a lot out there that could negatively affect your pumping and the actual pump itself, and we want it to perform at maximum level.
Yeah, and I will add to that we are quite vigorous in all of our material testing to make sure we're providing you with parts that don't get anything into your milk. It's so precious as it is. So again, it's really important because we can't guarantee that with any of the third-party options out there.
Yeah. What's another question? Are we completely replacing the previous pump and style? So yeah, this is the new pump and style. You may see a few of the other pump and style advanced out there because some retailers still have it, and it's offered with some insurance plans and others. So it will still be out there. We will support it. So it's not like we won't support it if you have any sort of issue or anything. That's still an option.
I see some questions on there about pumping into storage bags instead of bottles.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the answer is yes. As long as you have that adapter piece that connects in here, you should still be able to pump into the bags as well.
Does the new pump and style require to be plugged into the wall, or can it be portable?
It is portable with the battery pack. So this piece that I held up before, it does not include a rechargeable battery built into the pump. So you either have to be plugged into the wall or have this connected to be pumping on the go.
Yeah. And it's super lightweight again. So, if you are going back and forth to work, or I know a lot of moms, they're kind of, multitasking around the house. You can have this in your lap while, doing what you need to do. If you're a teacher grading papers, or, it really makes it easy for you to do other things, because we all know everyone's busy.
Yeah, I will say if portability is something that is really important to you, we do offer the Freestyle Flex, which was actually designed to be portable and worn on the body. So this new pump and style is really meant to be if you're sitting down, couch at a desk, or as Michelle was just mentioning, grading papers at a desk or something. This is the pump for you. But if portability is your thing, then definitely check out our Freestyle Flex option.
Yeah, so I think the questions have kind of slowed down. If you guys have anything else you might have missed or you want us to cover, can you use a different kind of battery pack?
I will say no. We test this system with the battery pack that we offer, and we do all of our electrical safety testing with that as well. So just to ensure that you're not jeopardizing your product in any way, I would not recommend doing that.
Yeah, so again, always use Medela parts with your Medela pump. And can I use the old bottles with the system? Yep, go ahead.
100% on the bottles. Yes, you can use the old bottles. I saw a question in there about vacuum strength. It was going so fast, I think I missed it. But it is actually a higher vacuum than current Pump and Style Advanced. I should have highlighted this during the performance section because it's another key improvement we did to this product. So the vacuum range is actually 50 to 295 millimeters of mercury. Huge improvement. You guys said you want more vacuum. We gave you more vacuums.
And that is really important because that kind of goes into the more milk and less time for you moms, because we know that you're busy and you need to make those pumping sessions as efficient as possible. That's what we heard from you. So we made sure we put everything into this pump that we could to make it the hardworking pump for the hardworking mom.
Absolutely. And that 295 number at the maximum side, that is actually based on our clinical range, which again, I know we keep saying research, but we're really passionate about the research that we do, and we want to make sure we're giving you products that will help you and make you succeed. So that 295 clinical safety limit is what we know. If you start exceeding that and going beyond that, you can start having some tissue damage and things like that. So something to consider when looking at your pump purchase.
Wow. And Ashley's asking, do we have any portable or wearable pumps? So we have a portable pump, which is our Freestyle Flex pump, which you can find out more information on our website. But that is really for the mom who is active and wants to be pumping, while moving around, or, not having like anything impacting, what she's doing. So that's something that she can hook on. What would you say? Like hook on to.
It comes with a lanyard.
Hold it. Yeah.
Yeah, you can wear it around your neck. You can put it on your belt buckle or whatever is easier for you.
I was trying to think of the name belt buckle.
Yeah.
So
I saw a comment in there about max flow meaning better vacuum. I just want to reiterate that that's part of it. So max flow is what we refer to as the micro vibration. So we're still applying vacuum. We just increased how much vacuum it's actually applying. But then on top of that, we added the max flow micro vibrations. And that's what you'll feel as the kind of massaging feel at the breast. And again, we're seeing way more milk output, shorter pumping times, and improved comfort. So it's amazing the feedback that we're already getting on this product.
Yeah, and to reiterate too, for you those moms that have used previous Pump and Style or previous pump, this will feel a little bit different than what you're used to because of those micro vibrations, but it's a good different. It feeds into that comfort as well. So a lot of people asking again about insurance and getting the pump. So again, go to our website on the product page, or even visit our booth after this. Amanda can answer some questions, but we have a link to some of our insurance partners, as well as we can help facilitate working through insurance and getting you the pump that you need if it's covered. And then the price without insurance is $249 at suggested retail, but you can find it as low as $199 for the retail version of the pump that comes with all the accessories. So just keep an eye out on the sales out there, because they do exist.
It's all about comfort, they say. It is. I can't stress this enough, you guys. Oh my gosh. I've got 2 little girls at home. I breastfed both of them, and I can tell you the feel of this pump is like nothing I tried. And I've used Pump and Style Advanced. I've used our hospital pumps. I've used our portable pumps. Part of the fun of being in R&D at Medela, you get to try everything when you're breastfeeding. And I can say it's actually so comfortable that you kind of think that maybe you're not getting as much vacuum. But another benefit of being in R&D is you can check that while you're pumping. And I can tell you the vacuum is absolutely higher, but it's just more comfortable. So it's not tugging on your tissue like other pumps do, pulling it further into the shield of the kit. It's really comfortable, and you can feel it.
And you bring up a great point, because we skipped something. And someone's asking, how many settings are there on the pump? We didn't talk about that, but let's talk about the comfort and how, you know, that imaginary scale, so to speak.
Yeah. So thank you for whoever asked that question. This is a big thing we
I
forgot.
don't know how we missed it.
Sorry. So you'll notice, I mean, I showed you the interface before, only 4 buttons, and you may be wondering, well, how do I know what level I'm at? And the answer is you don't. And that is actually an intentional design choice. And I'll tell you why. So some of the competitive products on the market have all kinds of buttons and displays, and they're telling you all you know, what level you're at, what phase, and quite honestly, it's very confusing, right? Especially for first-time moms, right? You're trying to learn this. It's confusing. It's weird. It's, you know, it's all kinds of things happening. So we intentionally left that information off of this product. One, to make it more simple for you, less things going on, less things for you to focus on. But number 2, we want to start shifting mom's perception that higher vacuum equals more milk, because that is absolutely not true. What equals more milk is your comfort. If you're comfortable, you'll relax more, your milk will let down, and you'll just be successful at pumping. It is that simple. So what we stress in our instructions manual, as well, you can get information on our website, is this maximum comfort vacuum. And what that means is while you're pumping, you'll want to go up just using the plus button, up and vacuum until you feel maybe slightly uncomfortable, and then you back it down just 1 press. And that will be your maximum comfort vacuum. And that can change on every session. It can change throughout your journey of breastfeeding. So again, it's really important not to focus on what vacuum level you're at, but more on your comfort. And if you do that, you'll start to see the bottles filling up with milk, and life will be great. So,
and what I always like to compare this to is it's not the number on the scale. It's about how you feel. And that should be
absolutely.
well, how we think about
True.
a lot of things. So looking, so much has changed. You're saying since your last pumping 5 years ago, there has been a lot that has changed, just with, you know, lifestyle and all the new technology out there. So Brandy, I hope we are helping you now that you're pumping again. Um, so let's see.
I just love all these comments, you guys. We're excited too. I can't wait for you to try this product out. It's amazing.
So Karen says, you know, she's super sensitive. What type of setting would you suggest to start the pumping process until she gets used to it? She's super nervous. So, I mean, again, it goes back to that comfort, right?
Yeah, absolutely. And as I mentioned before, when you turn this product on, so I can't speak for other products, so I'll just speak to the pump and sell here and what we do at Medela. So for first-time moms, when you purchase a Medela product, you turn it on, it'll start in stimulation phase, which again is that quicker kind of suckling phase, which actually mimics what a baby will actually do. So what they're doing, they're suckling at the breast to stimulate milk to start flowing. And we start this at a level that is effective for removing milk. So it doesn't start at 0. It starts slightly in the middle. And we know, again, from our research working with University of Western Australia, that vacuum level is effective. So give that a try when you start out. If it's still a bit too much, you just turn it down. You turn it down. And this pump actually will go down to 50 millimeters of mercury, or even less a little bit in the stimulation phase. And so it's very minimal. I would also recommend, if you aren't quite sure about the whole pumping process, you could start by single pumping. So just set up on one side and get a feel for it. And then advance to double pumping if you're more comfortable doing that.
And Kirsten, being a first-time mom, knowing nothing, thanks for all this information. I wish I had all this information because I've learned so much starting at Medela. I feel like I was pumping completely wrong. So,
me too. Before I was a Medela mom before I worked at Medela, and yeah,
so
doing it all wrong.
I encourage you guys. Again, we have tons of resources on our website. We have a lot of videos. I know people are asking about sizings of the breast shields. Go there for that information. We also include a sizing guide when you get your pump with all the instructions and everything. So this is a great resource that will come.
Yeah, and I will add to that, guys, shield size is so important. It is so important. And it happens to be one of the most confusing parts about breast pumping. So we offer you these resources, absolutely review them. But if you think you're still having fit issues, definitely consult with an LC and they can size you properly. And fit is actually something that can change as you progress down your breastfeeding journey as well. So you may have different sizes on yourself. So one size may be different than the other. One side of one boob different than the other one. So it's really important to get that fit right because it can impact your vacuum that you feel at the breast. It can impact how comfortable you are. And it actually, if you're using one that's too small, it can kind of push on things bad. So definitely make sure that you're trying different shield sizes and getting that resource that you need to make sure it's correct.
And I think that's a great point, making moms aware that your breast anatomy does change. You know, your hormones are crazy, everything's changing. So after you have the baby to when you start pumping to, you know, going back to work and your lifestyle changing, that could completely impact sizing. So just kind of think about that. Don't throw that sizing guide away. As you know, things may seem a little different. Some other little goodies that we include is the quick start guide, which is super helpful. So this is something, I think there's how many steps?
5 steps to get you up and running.
Yeah, so look at this. And then we always include our instruction booklet. So this is always a great resource. Lots of great information. It also has part numbers in there. If you want to buy some extra parts and you want to make sure it's the right one, you can look that up on our website. But it includes information on how to get started, how to clean everything and sterilize it, because you want to make sure you're properly cleaning everything. And then just some troubleshooting stuff as well. So it's a huge investment, not only monetarily, but it's an investment for your baby and getting them the nutrition that they need during this journey. So definitely read the instructions, and again, contact our customer service if you have any questions. Someone, Cheyenne asked, what are the benefits of a closed system? Let's go back to that because I think that's a big feature for this new pump.
Yeah, and I think real quick, we might run out of time soon, guys. So if you have more questions, please take them over to our booth, and we're happy to jump over there and answer more questions that you have. But a closed system and the benefits of a closed system, the closed system is on the new pump and style. We do that by including this membrane piece. So I'll pull that out again. You can take a look at it. And what that does is it actually provides a physical barrier between where you have milk coming into the system through, so you're pumping on this side, right? Milk's flowing into the system, and you have your tubing connected here. So it provides that physical barrier preventing the milk from getting down into the tubing while you're pumping. This was a big issue for our current pump and style advanced, as milk could get into the tubing, but now we've added this piece in here to give you that reassurance that it won't happen. It also prevents any kind of, so there is air moving back and forth when you are applying vacuum. This piece also provides that barrier, so anything in the air, nothing will contaminate or get into your breast milk. It's really important to choose a product with a closed system. And again, want to mention this again, here's our connector from our old pump and style advanced. You do not want to use this with your new pump and style with max flow. If you use this, you get rid of that closed system piece and you could get milk into your tubing. It's not a good thing.
No. All right. So any more questions that see? Just looking, just to remind you guys, you know, we talked to moms, we got your feedback while, you know, going through the research and development phase of this pump. And we really took everything that you guys said seriously. And we love all your comments too. You know, we even, you know, I've been jotting down some notes as well, so we can keep this in mind later. But we really focused again on performance, ease of use, comfort, and reassurance, and really creating a pump that gives you more milk in less time. And
I see Sorry,
Yeah,
Michelle. One
go
comment I
ahead.
definitely want to address. Is it still safe to use the old pump and style? Absolutely.
Oh,
Yes, it is. So the old pump and style is still a closed system. It's just down at the pump. So with this connector, there's nothing stopping the milk here. So it could get into the tubing, but it will not get into your pump. So it's just a little bit more, what's a better way to describe it? High maintenance, a little more cleaning involved with Pump and Style Advanced, but it is absolutely 100% a safe product to use.
that's actually a great question. We want to make sure that you guys
Mm-hmm.
feel comfortable using the other products as well. So I mean, you guys have been great. You've been asking lots of great
Yeah.
questions. Thanks for all the positive feedback. Again, visit our website, lots of information there. You can find information about where to buy, whether it's through a retailer or through an insurance provider. There's, some links there for you. You can always contact our customer service team. They can help you. And then you can visit our virtual booth after this to ask more questions. I know Amanda will be there answering them, and if she can't answer them, she'll have us get some answers for you guys as well. But
Mm-hmm.
lots of great feedback. Anything else,
Yeah.
Sarah? I'm trying to
No,
think if we missed
I
anything.
I just want to say thank you and congratulations to all you
Mhm.
mamas out there. I'm so happy for you. Babies are so much fun. But definitely keep the questions coming. We're happy to answer them outside of this session. And yeah, good luck to all of you on your breastfeeding and breast pumping journey. I mean, it's awesome. Your bodies
Yeah.
are amazing. You're doing awesome stuff. So keep it up.
Yep. Give yourself more credit. Bye.